Joel Topf from Neph Times, and we are interviewing the winners of the first national invitation tournament for Neph Madness. And I did Neph Madness from the very beginning. I was, from 2013, I was doing Neph Madness. And one of the things that was most exciting about it was how every year there was a new innovation. There was something new that they added to Neph Madness. And this year, and I've gone off the editorial board, I'm no longer running the Neph Madness, but this year they added something that I think is super interesting. They have a fellow debate at the National Kidney Foundation, and what we have here, the inaugural winners. You will forever be the winners of the first Neph Madness National Invitation Tournament. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
I'm Yasemin Balin. I'm from Harvard UCLA, first year fellow.
Outstanding.
I'm Ersin Yassa. I'm a first year fellow at Loyola Medicine.
Excellent. And you guys talked about non-steroidal MRAs in the treatment, and that was it. It was just a full-stop non-steroidal MRAs. You didn't have to do treatment of diabetic kidney disease, or?
Well, it was a broad topic. You could definitely go off however far you wanted to, but at the same time, you want to remain in a certain area, not to go too deep, so that your opponents can, tackle you.
Okay, let's rewind to the beginning. How did you find out about this and join this contest?
Originally, it was my program director who sent an email saying, "Do you want to do this?" And I'm like, "Sure."
And when he said Neph Madness, did you know what Neph Madness was?
Yes, I had heard of it before, but I didn't know what it was expected.
If someone said, if the essay was just describe Neph Madness, could you have done that?
Probably not. Probably not.
So, but your program director was like, you should do this.
Yeah, she's like, are you interested? And I said yes. So then apply. And I'm like, okay. So I did. But I had no expectations. I thought it was not going to happen. I thought, yeah. So.
Awesome.
How did I run into it? So I have been an avid follower of the Neph Madness just because I like fun and games and learning. So that's like a really important thing for me. But I never obviously heard of that before because there was no prior.
Before.
So I was just roaming around the NKF website for no reason at all. And I just ran into this. Hey, there's this fellow's debate. And at that moment, I was kind of feeling energetic. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's just, go into it, have some fun, maybe some smack talk. So that's how I got into it, but I did not have any idea what to expect.
Was it an arduous application process?
Not at all.
Not really.
Few clicks, maybe?
It was just a few clicks and you were in.
Yeah.
And then Neph Madness team gets in touch with you.
Yeah.
And they put you together as a team, is that right?
Yes, it was completely random. So we just applied. Yeah, so we applied. I also had a co-fellow with me.
Yep.
So we're like, okay, maybe we'll be put together, not put together. But then we get an email saying, you're with this person. I've never met him, never talked to him, don't know who he is. And I'm like, sure, let's go for it.
And then, do you also get the topic that way? How do you get the?
Yeah.
You were assigned the topic. You did not get to choose what you got.
No.
And when you got that topic, tell me honestly, disappointed or excited?
I was excited.
I was scared. I was like, oh no. I thought maybe it would be something, that I'm more familiar with. You always want to stay in your comfort zone.
Right.
But I was like, oh, non-steroidal MRAs. I mean, obviously we're good about it, but it's not easy to just debate for it. So that was a shocker to me. I don't know.
Excellent. Well, I will tell you, you guys did an outstanding job. Now, how did you work together? What was that process?
You want to talk about it?
Sure, I'll start. So at first it was a lot of Zoom calls, Zoom meetings.
Yeah, sure.
We had literally, I think the first thing, it was Matthew Sparks, or Dr. Sparks was there to help us. And the first thing he said, the slides have to be pretty. And I remember literally up to the week before, it was just white slides. And we were kind of panicking, but yeah, it was a lot of messaging back and forth using shared slides, and then also just a lot of texting, frantic texting. Yeah.
And I know you guys kind of split it pretty close down the middle, first half and second half, right?
Correct.
In the way you did your presentation. And did you guys work on each other's work, or did you just kind of do your half and you worked on your half?
Oh, wait, let me step in here. Yeah. So what I did was, I'm an extreme procrastinator, I'll give you that. Like, I'll just openly admit to it. Yeah. And Yasemin
Nothing
here,
ever gets done without the last
she
minute.
picked up like so much work for me. She created all these like amazing looking imagery, all these like beautiful slides. It would be like a caveman, basically like just stick figures and like black and white. So you gotta like take that.
The caveman aesthetic might work. I'm not sure if you
maybe
should have abandoned that.
Could have.
But it's hard to argue with success. That's awesome. And so is this both of your first NKF meetings?
Yes.
Actually, it is. Yeah.
And what have you thought about it so far?
I mean,
go for it.
Could it get any better? I mean, it is amazing. Not just like this. To be honest, it's just a cherry on top. But I feel like it was really enriching. And what I always thought was, it'll just be like any other conference. But in fact, I did learn a lot. And I don't say this oftenly, it's not always easy to admit that, but I did learn a lot, and it really humbled me. So I really enjoyed it.
That's awesome. And what do you think of it as a fit for nephrology fellows? Is it a good place for?
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry,
No,
I interrupted.
you're
I got
good.
excited.
Yeah.
No, but no, I love it because I was just telling my colleague that we're so in our circle amongst our own selves in our own program. I forget that there's other people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, we read articles, yes, we hear about conversations or other conferences, but to be able to actually meet with other people who are going through the same training, because sometimes it's not always sunshine and we have our hard times, but to see that there's other colleagues that we can reach out to is amazing.
I think it's super important to understand that you are part of a large community, an international community of kidney providers, nephrology providers, and that these conferences are an opportunity to kind of open up your world.
It did.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
also, what I've been seeing so far, I've always known, but not because we're nephrologists, but we're cool people. We're cool, fun, nerdy people.
Did you hear that? Nephrologists are cool people. Maybe a little nerdy, but mostly cool people. Hey.
They'll
thank
be
you
debaters,
guys.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Sorry,
This
thank
was
you.
amazing. I'm so proud of all
It's
of you.
actually,
Thank you.
more amazing for us. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
everything.
Bye.
Yeah.